What is up, y'all? In this video, I'm gonna be showing y'all how to make a beat for Ken Carson. This is gonna be more of a uh, not like specifically for Ken Carson, but that's gonna be like the focus somewhat. But I also want to just show you guys how to make interesting beats, like beats that don't get boring and like interesting, but also not too much for a rapper. Also, forgive me for the Christmas lights in November, bro. It's been that long since I uploaded. Damn, there's fucking sparkles all over my shirt. But forgive me for the Christmas lights. It's just how it is right now. It looks good in here. It's keeping me nice and happy. But yo, I also want to mention that I have a Discord server now. So if you want to just be a part of the community and we can collaborate, play video games, I'm gonna start going live too. I'm gonna start going live on Twitch. You'll get announcements on there for that, and like we'll be able to like do some crazy shit on live, you know, do beat reviews, anything like that. If that interests you, go ahead and hop into the Discord server. You can be one of the first people that hop into the server. You go and pick your role. There's like a little thing that lets you pick your role, and you can be like a loop maker, beat maker, or like vocalist, all that shit, you know. If you're the type that fucks with Discord and you want to hop on Discord, go ahead and hop into my Discord. It's in my description. Let's get straight into this shit. All right, so to start off, I just want to show y'all like just a basic beat, kind of in the sound of like Ken Carson, but also a little bit of a Benny X influence. I'm not gonna lie, just because I really fuck with that sound too. But I know that they can go pretty well together, so it's all chill. First of all, I want to break down the original melody. Like this on its own, in my opinion, it does not sound good. But once I turned it into the final outcome, it comes out fire as hell. So I just want to first give y'all like the pieces of the puzzle, and then I want to show y'all the final result. So here's the first like little bit. And like listening to that, bro, you're like, there's absolutely no way that you can make a beat off that. It just sounds like there's too much going on and all that shit. You put some drums on it. Still a little too much going on, right? So what I did is I recorded it into Edison, and here's that. And I also pitched it down a little bit. And now it's already starting to sound fire, just pitched down like that. And then what I did after that is I just fucking reversed it, man. So here's how it sounds normally. Reverse that shit. And then these little extra bits that you heard, like all this right here. Go back, let's go bring this back up again. These little bits like this and this. I took those out and just recorded this, reversed it, pitched it down, and that gave me that. So you already heard that. And then what I did is I added those back in, recorded them again, pitched them down, and then reversed them again, and it gave me this result right here. And then to add further detail to that sound, because like that'd get pretty boring like repetitively, I got this part of the sample, recorded it, and then halved it down. So like go over here, go to stretch, moved it down like that basically. And then you play that back right here and you get this little texture. And I panned it all the way to the left so it wouldn't like be too distracting for the main melody. So you play that over. And that just adds a little extra detail to the loop so that you can have variation further on in the track. Really simple, just put some drums on it. Nothing too crazy, just because like the sample on its own is already kind of like really loud and has a lot of things going on, so. And then when that little extra part starts kicking in, add a little variation to the hi-hat. And the way you do that, just pitch it down like that, and that makes the hi-hat sound really cool. And then here's how that sounds all together. And really, that's the whole beat. This is what you want to do. You want to find something like this, something that's really simple and like works really well for the artist. And then what really makes the beat shine and makes it stand out is how you add flair to it and how you add like these little variations in the track, but they're not the entire track. So it's like just a little bit of ear candy so that the listener's still interested but not overwhelmed the entire track. So what I did is I got those little textures that I made up over here. stacked it on top of this. And this is also panned for this part of the track. This is panned to the right so that like they don't clash. And then I created this little hi-hat to variate that a little further. And the way I get that little sound is I did this like 16 step hi-hat and then got the velocity and just toned it down as it went, and it gives it a little effect, like almost like a hit, and it goes really well with the sample in my opinion. And then I just added these little hits right here. And now I added this little, I don't know what you would call it, like a clap snare thing. And the way I got it is I literally pulled it from this sample with the drums on it, recorded it, resampled it, and pitched it down, and it created this little effect. And it almost sounds like a snap. And so here's how that sounds all together. And really that's it, man. That's it. You just want to have a very simple track, but also little pockets of complexity so that like the listener's like, holy shit, bro, this appeals to every sense. Like I can also enjoy it in a very simple way, but also like if they listen further, they can also enjoy it in a very complex way. And so you're appealing to casual listeners, and you're also appealing to producers and like people who actually listen to the music all the way. And so once you get that, that's the whole track basically. I'm gonna go ahead and play that. Just caught you lagging, bro. I know you was about to click off the video, but if you didn't, bro, if you made it this far in the video, thank you so much. I'd highly appreciate it if you left a like and a comment. And if you really fuck with my content, subscribe. Also, don't forget the Discord. I just wanted to go come halfway through the video and congratulate y'all for making it this far. If you're gonna watch the rest of the video, I highly appreciate that too, man. Thanks for watching. Sorry to interrupt. Let's get back into it. Alright, I moved my camera over here because I noticed it was blocking you. Alright, so that's the whole like arrangement and all that, but like how do you actually make the beat? You need to know how to be able to like fully create that. So let's go ahead and open Serum. Have Splice open. Alright, so we got Serum open. I'm gonna get Serum. I'm gonna get Zebra 2. I highly recommend this plugin. Fat Filter 22. And all I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna look for like just like a cool sound. That's usually how I make that's usually how I make beats, man. I just fucking look for something that sounds cool. Okay, yeah, I'm already fucking with that. So just look for something that sounds cool like that, and then fucking just paste it in this bitch. Just look for something else to throw on there. You just want to find a bunch of sounds that like kind of complement each other. And just make them like play into each other, like have like these two notes right here are gonna play, and then I'm gonna have this hit. I can have this hit like at a high note. I can make a hit down here. I went ahead and did this chord, like not this chord progression, but I did these. So. This already sounds kind of cool. I might want to change this sound though. So like the key is have things that are unstructured. So like this melody is kind of like unstructured, but it sounds like it hits like some notes that sound good. But like you can see it's kind of like sporadic. But then I have other things that are consistent and ground that melody down so that it doesn't sound like random shit. It makes it cohesive. It's like glue. Like it pulls it together. You know what I'm saying? So you're kind of like starting to associate this with this sound. So like you hear this, you know this is coming. You hear this, you know this is coming. And so now that you have that little like association created, you can start playing around with that and like making the track sound more diverse by like adding more things that interact with each other like that. So the reason I have this is just kind of like the background. You know, you need something to like hold it all together for the little blank parts, because then if you don't have this, it just kind of sounds empty. And that can work, but you want to save that for later on. Like as of right now, we have our little layers and like they all come together to make one thing as a whole. I'm gonna go ahead and just look for maybe one more sound to throw in there, and then we can start working on the drums. Thinking maybe we could actually just clone this sound and make it like maybe rise a little higher, just hit, you know, some different notes. So and then I'm just gonna make this sound a little different from the other one so that like it stands out a little differently. Alright, I like how that sounds. I'm gonna go ahead and just record this into Edison. I don't know why I do it this way, I just like to do it this way. Record and just play it. And then what I like to do is bounce that out and then just mess with this waveform, see if I can come up with anything more interesting. Okay, so I like how that sounds. What I'm gonna do is go ahead and re-record that, but I'm gonna take out this and I'm gonna take out this bass right here. All right, put that over here. Let's copy the same pitch so that we can have the same sound. Let's see how that sounds. So I like how that sounds. I'm gonna go ahead and start on the drums. What you want to do is listen to where like there's pockets that you can add some bounce into. So let's go ahead and pick out a hi-hat and all that. With that two-step, we can find out where we want some more variation. I think I'm gonna make this line up with the little like bass that I added. So every time the bass hits, the hi-hat's gonna hit. So there's already some crazy bounce there. I just want an 808 that adds more to that bounce. So go ahead and get our pitch, get our root note. So we pitched it down. So that's gonna be 5 semitones. So we're gonna go ahead, paste our bass notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm gonna push that up because I know the 808 is gonna be too low there. And then we could just start playing around with it, right? And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and put this on track 1, and I'm gonna EQ out the low end. And you just wanna play around with your 808. Now that we kind of have like a little baseline of how we want it to sound, we're gonna go ahead and strip away some elements so that it doesn't sound like this the entire track, because like no one can flow on that. Let's go ahead and get our more stripped down version of this, get our drums, make them unique. And let's go ahead and just simplify this a little bit. So maybe just a regular two-step, get your 808, take out some of these higher notes, maybe bring this down. And that gives the artist a lot more space to work. And then what you want to do is get this, like, you know, kind of crazy part, bring it in, and then go ahead and split our drums out. And what's cool about this is that, you know, this will work anywhere on the track, not just here. So like you can get these little bits and reuse them over here to add variation to this part of the track without overwhelming the listener. So we have these two versions. Once this is over, and you can just see how the structures are already coming together. And so at this point, I think I already have how I'm gonna want the track to sound. So what I'm gonna do is just go ahead and add like little extra bits to make it a little more interesting than just this part, this part, this part, this part. So like maybe on this part, it's a different snare. Maybe on this part, the hi-hat pattern's a little different. Little interesting changes so that every time it comes back and someone's already like, oh, I already heard this, so I already know what's gonna happen. You fuck with their expectations and they're just gonna be like, oh shit, this is good music. So let's go ahead and add little interesting bits. I'm gonna do that off camera and then I'll come back and show y'all. Okay, so I went ahead and finished adding all my little variations. I'm just gonna go ahead and go through some of them so I can show you what I mean by adding variations. So for example, like right here, you already know I have like this basic two-step, basic snare, and like this little 808. And then what I did is I copied over this hi-hat, made it unique, and then just added this little bit of these little like triplets and like all that shit, you know? And then what I did is I got the hi-hat, the 808 from this section where like it hits a little high notes. I got this second half and just put it on this second half. And so this is basically what plays right before this part of the track starts. So here's how that sounds. And then what I did is I copied the basic hi-hat and then I pitched it down and then I put it on its own track. And I put effectors on it, and then I just made it really quiet and like a nice little faint background sound so that like you can almost tell when the next section's about to start. And then just overall adding a little bit of variation to when instruments come in and come out so that like you get a little bit more balance out of your track. So and then on the intro, I made it different from the rest of the track just so like it just sounds different. And that's pretty much it, man. Just adding a little variation here and there to make the track a little more interesting. And yeah, man. That's how you make a beat for Ken Carson. That's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching, bro. If you made it this far, I highly appreciate it. I hope you leave a like, leave a comment. Tell me what you fucked about it. Tell me what you didn't like. Hell yeah, man. Make sure to also check out that Discord. I might be live after this on Twitch. So if you see me live on Twitch, go check in. I'm also going to be live on YouTube. So like if you see this on YouTube and I'm live, hop in there, bro. Say something. Say what's up. Hop in the Discord. All that shit. You already know. Hell yeah, man. Thank you for watching.